Okay.
Good morning, Wedgewood. We'd like to welcome you today into the United Church of Christ, but to start with, I have a special guest for you to give some welcome. And
Greetings. I'm Dale Bonds, and I currently serve as Vice Chair of the United Church of Christ Board. Love to welcome you into the church family. Thank you, Wedgewood, for joining us.
as we have a well-rehearsed scripted version today. Not really, not at all. But we'd like to thank you for getting into the United Church of Christ. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the history of the United Church of Christ today so you'll know what you're getting into. About 200 years ago, a group called the American Missionary Association, formed of Congregational churches, Baptist churches, Presbyterian churches, joined together as an anti-slavery society and a mission society to help end slavery in the United States. Now, this might not mean much offhand, but these people were some of the bravest people I know. They went into Kentucky and held big mission churches all over the place, and even into Western North Carolina before the Civil War. Their mission was basically to say that slavery itself was a sin, and you could not be a Christian and be a slave owner. And they preached this from their pulpit each and every Sunday to try to encourage people to give up their slaves and to accept the equality of all people. This is your tradition now. When the UCC was formed, we became a denomination that welcomed everyone, that all may be one. So very ecumenical. And you've got some other brothers and sisters now called the Disciples of Christ, which hopefully you'll get to meet and see them. And we are uniting with them in our own way. But they're part of our history now also. In the 60s and 70s, this was the church of civil rights and anti-war. And we struggled and fought through that decade to once again promote equality, and also as a peace church. Finally, in the 70s, we began a tradition that lasted for almost 40 years, where we started open and affirming, our biggest struggle. But like those people in the American Missionary Association, we have been redefining sin as not being gay or lesbian, but as actually being unable to welcome and affirm other people into your church. It's a long, hard, difficult struggle, but you are part of that struggle now. And I hope you enjoy the ride and the pilgrimage as we go forward. Thank you and welcome to the United Church of Christ.